Hello, everyone. Lesson 8, Unit 10. Kirk was going to do it, but his is like 36 minutes long, so I'll try to get it done for you earlier. The guidelines for addition, subtraction of fractions. Number 1, fractions must have a common denominator. This is stuff you learned, I don't know, back in elementary school, but now it's just going to get a little more challenging. Denominators can be changed by multiplying the overall fraction by 1. So if you want to multiply by an x over x, a 4 over 4, or you can even a 4x over 4x. That's fine. But you have to make sure you multiply the numerator and denominator. I have a new pen from Mrs. Tuller, so if it works out well, we'll have to thank her. Even if it doesn't, we'll still thank her. Okay? So exercise 1, we need to get a common denominator. We have a 4x and a 6x. So the 4 and the 6 are what you did back in elementary school. Okay, I'm sure you did some of this last year. You want to find the least common multiple of 4 and 6. So that is 12. Okay? And they both already have an x in them, so the LCD is 12. I don't know how to get that pen off the screen. So we need to have both of these as 12x's. So we need to multiply this first one by 3, because then you have 3 times 4x is 12x. And we need to make sure we distribute to both. So we have a 6x minus 15. The next one, we have to multiply top and bottom by 2. So that way I get the 12x. So we have an 8x plus 4. Now it's just addition. So you just combine these like terms. So we have 6x plus 8x is 14x. Negative 15 plus 4 is minus 11, all over 12x. And that's as far as you can go. All right. The next one, my LCD. All right, I have 5x and I have 10. So when you look at the leading coefficients, the least common multiple is 10. All right, I have one with an x. The other one needs an x. Okay, so we have over 10x plus over 10x. So we had to multiply this one by 2 to get the 10x. So we have 8x minus 2 when you distribute the 2 to both of them. And here we had to multiply top and bottom by x. So we have an x squared plus 5x. So then when you combine these like terms and then descending order, x squared plus 13x minus 2 all over 10x. And then you see if things cancel, nothing's going to cancel. Okay, so you can just leave it as is. This letter C, my LCD, okay, is 4x, 2x squared. So I have to have 4, and then I have an x squared. Because I have 1x here, I have 2 here. So I need them both over 4x squared. Oh, that was too low. Okay, I'll just put it like this. All right, so then you multiply this first one by x and x, so I have a 3x. The next one I'm multiplying by 2, so I have a 2. So it is just 3x plus 2 all over 4x squared. Now when you have a polynomial in the denominator, we have to factor the denominators before trying to find a common denominator. So we have to look at both denominators. So I will rewrite them over here. 4 plus factoring is not going away. So the first one, you take out a 5, you're left with a y minus 3. The second one is a difference of 2 squares. You have a y plus 3, y minus 3. So then you have to find the LCD of both of those denominators. So my LCD, I have a 5. And then I have a y minus 3, because that's everything in the first fraction. I already have the y minus 3, so I also need a y plus 3. So that's your LCD. So that means that in the first fraction, I have the 5 times y minus 3, so I have to multiply by y plus 3 over y plus 3. So that gives you 4y plus 12, and it's going to be all over the 5y minus 3y plus 3. The second one, this is my denominator, so I have to multiply top and bottom by 5. So then I have 25. Okay, so combine the like terms. I have 4y plus 37 all over 5y minus 3y plus 3, and that's it, you're done. Okay, so the factoring is the key. If you're not getting factoring, it is going to come back to haunt you. Okay, all right, letter B. Get this out of the way here. I'm going to factor these right underneath. So remember, you can use menu 331, right, B-Rigs? So then I have an x minus 5 minus 4. 331 will give you the answers, then you got to work backwards. Okay, practice with that. You'll be fine with it. And then this x squared minus 6x plus 8 is x and x. Factors of 8 that give you 6 are 4 and 2 minus minus. Okay, because we need that negative 6 and a positive 8. So my LCD, I always start by just listing what's in the first one. So there's your x minus 4. I'm sorry, x minus 5, x minus 4. Okay, you have both of those. And I already have the x minus 4 accounted for, so I have to multiply on the x minus 2. So that is your LCD. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so this one here, this first one, since I already have the x minus 5, x minus 4, I have to multiply top and bottom by x minus 2. The second one, I already have the x minus 4 and the x minus 2. I have to multiply top and bottom by x minus 5. So we have, and I'll show you this step so I don't lose you, x minus 2, x minus 3, plus 2, x minus 5. And this is all over your LCD of x minus 5, x minus 4, I don't know how to move me, and x minus 2. Okay, so then you're going to use the box, double distribute, whatever you use. Okay, and we would get x, what happened there? I don't know. X squared minus 5x plus 6 plus 2x minus 10. Okay, and this is all over LCD. We don't have to keep writing it. And then what we get is combine like terms. This one gets a little hairy. So we have, I'm going to go over here with it so I have more room. So we have x squared, and then these guys combine for a minus 3x, and then minus 4, all over your LCD of x minus 5, x minus 4, x minus 2. Now, if the numerator will factor, you have to factor it. All right, so this one does factor. Again, menu 331. This factors to x minus 4, x plus 1, all over x minus 5, x minus 4, x minus 2. So what will cancel? Your x minus 4s. So you are merely left with x plus 1 all over x minus 5, x minus 2. Okay, I figured out how to move myself. All right, so we have 6 minutes left. So I'm going to get through A, B, and try to get through C and D. If not, I'll finish them up in class. So subtraction, what you have to worry about with subtraction is distributing the negative. So if you look at the first one, I already have a common denominator. Makes it a lot easier. So then I have 3x plus 7. That has to go through minus x minus 3 all over your LCD. Combine the like terms. I have a 2x plus 4 all over your LCD, which is x squared minus 4. Now, be very careful because we can factor 2x plus 2. That's how the numerator factors. This x squared minus 4, difference of 2 squares, x plus 2, x minus 2. x plus 2's cancel. You are left with 2 all over x minus 2. That's it. Okay? Letter B. All right, gets a little more, everyone gets a little more difficult. So 4x squared minus 1. 2x plus 1. 2x minus 1. Okay? 10x plus 5, take out a 5, and I have a 2x plus 1. Okay? LCD is the 2x plus 1, the 2x minus 1. We always start with the first one, okay, and represent that. Now I already have the 2x plus 1 represented, bring down the 5. Okay? So this first set of, this first fraction needs to be multiplied by a 5. This second fraction needs to be multiplied by a 2x minus 1 because that is what's missing in the LCD. Okay? So, I don't know how much room I'll have. So then I have 5x minus 15 minus 2x minus 1. I show this because I don't want you to lose this subtraction. This is all over the LCD. Now we're going to send this through. So that is going to be 5x minus 15 minus 4x plus 2 all over your LCD. And then combine like terms, you have an, you have an x minus 13 all over the LCD of 2x plus 1, 2x minus 1 times 5. And that's it. And you leave it just like that because nothing is going to cancel. You can leave it. Sometimes they multiply that out. Okay, a few minutes left. I took the liberty and drew some of this out already. So remember, you can pause this whenever you need to so you can copy it. So this is factored to x plus 2, x minus 2, the x squared minus 4. The x squared plus 8x minus 20 factors to x plus 10, x minus 2. LCD, and again, pause if you need to. LCD, I have, oh my heaven, look at I put minus 12 here because that's what it looked like. So this is an x plus 2, that's an x minus 2, and an x plus 10. So then, well, first I did this. Okay, got the x plus 2, x minus 2. Then the x minus 2 was already accounted for, so then I also had to bring down the x plus 10. So in this first set, I have to multiply by an x plus 10. In the second set, I have to multiply everything by an x plus 2. Okay, I did it out for you. So we had to multiply the first numerator by x. So that's where I got this part here, the x squared plus 10x. Now I brought down this negative, the subtraction 6, and then here is your x plus 2. So I don't skip this step because you're going to lose that negative. Right there, you're going to lose it. Okay, so be careful of it. LCD, I write that for shortened purposes. Okay, so I distribute the negative 6 through. I have x squared plus 10x minus 6x minus 12 all over the LCD. Again, pause it when you need. And then what happens is I combine them, and I get x squared plus 4x minus 12 all over the LCD. Then you want to see if anything will factor and cancel. So x squared plus 4x minus 12 factors to x plus 6, x minus 2. So you have that all over x squared, I'm sorry, x plus 2, x minus 2, and x plus 10. Cancel, cancel. And that is what you are left with. I don't know what this line is here. Okay, x plus 6 all over x plus 2 times x plus 10. Okay, bring questions with you. What I'd like you to do is I would like you to factor these two denominators, and then I'll have them done in class. All right, not bad. 15 minutes better than 36. All right, we'll see you in class. Bye.